here. This is Bonnie with Bonnie Bay Crochet, and my daughter Becky is here with us today. Yay! Haven't seen this girl in so long. So, oh, let me turn this light on. This is too much light, yes? Is that better?
Either way.
Oh well. Just change the light temperature a little bit. Well, I just want to say hey to everybody. I'm just going to say hey to Anushka. She was there waiting long time. And Gloria and Rose and Amy. Hey, Esther. Esther is not going to be able to be a moderator today, but she wanted to greet you all. And hey, Esther, in case you get a chance to watch the rebroadcast. And Wanda's in our chat, and Jan. And Jan says, I made the live. I forgot I'm an hour earlier than you are. I'll be able to stay and then go to work at 1 p.m. Central Time. Yay. Thanks for joining us, Jan. It's so thoughtful. And Pat Dancer is there wishing us all a happy new year. And Judy from, is it Brazelton or Brazelton? Okay, from Georgia. I can get that part. And Charlotte, thank you guys and ladies for, your well wishes there. Let's see. And Brenda Mack from Idaho, and Anne from Kilkenny, Ireland. Wow, that's so far away, but I can't wait to go back. And Christine, thank you for your sweet words there, Christine. And Tracy, and she says, hoping for a year of blessings to all. Amen to that. And Emmeline, hey Emmeline, thank you so much for your support this week. She's our friend from Switzerland, and yeah, she's hopes that 2020 gets better, or at least not worse. Amen. Yes. Yeah, let's keep it good, right? And Diana and Deborah, she has a question. She's hi from Florida, starting Wheatfield Cape today, having a hard time with just one stitch. Deborah, just send me a picture when you're done to bonniebay@me.com, and I'll take a look and see what I can do. But we'll see. I try that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, and we have Archer and Ace from Cleveland, and Maryland, and let's see, from snowy Kansas, and Renee from New Jersey, Melinda from Colorado, Kathleen. Wishing everyone a year of blessings beyond measure. Yes, this is my heart too. Yes, yes, yes. And Tammy from Michigan. Let's see. And she says, hi, sweet Becky. Archernace does. She is sweet. She can be.
Sometimes.
We like to.
Most of the time.
I can kid her. So we have Donna Doolittle. Oh, I love that name. Happy New Year from Oregon. And we have Lorraine. Oh, she's so sweet. Thank you for your kind comment there. And Pat says, live with Bonnie and Becky, a blessed way to start the new year. Well, I can't be happier to start it this, seeing family members that I haven't been able to see all year. So I'm really happy. Didn't get to see all our family, but little pieces here and there. And we have Kelly, Patty from West Virginia. And I think, am I actually caught up?
Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Really? Wow. Well, guys, I just want to talk a little bit about our new site. I am so excited about, it seems like my whole family has chimed in to help. Of course, my husband, leading the IT charge. And he's actually, he put me to work. I went home thinking, oh, I'm just going to veg, and crochet a lot the whole time. And Dad's like, oh, let's do this now. And so, okay. And so I spent the whole time, on my computer, and we have close to 70 hours of time, 70 hours of instructional time. That's 70 of right-handed videos and 70 of left-handed videos already up on the site. And in case some of you guys are like, oh, what is she even talking about? Well, it wasn't that long ago, some folks were telling me about all the commercials on the channel.
So too many.
And and there was a couple lives, and I've gone into some of them that I know about that have like 20 commercials that were put there by the algorithm, not me. But commercials are not all bad, because that's how creators on YouTube are able to make a living and create content. So, they're not as evil as everybody thinks, I promise you. But I know they can be annoying. So we have created a subscriber-based, it's a for pay service And we started it out, we're 2 weeks live now, 2 weeks up and running, which we're real excited about. And we started in at a very low introductory price, which is going up tonight at midnight, and I don't think it's coming back down. So we went in at a probably an unusually low price, which is why we're doing this. And it's $4.95 per month
Until midnight
until
tonight.
midnight tonight. Now, what can you look on there to see what it is for the yearly
I will
right now?
check.
Because you can also get a yearly subscription, which of course is less, but we kind of figured that the way the price is now, it's the cost of about a cup of coffee per month. And
Currently, it's $49.50 a year,
$49.50 a year,
which is about
okay.
works out to think $4.13 a month.
So it's a smaller cup of
Yes.
coffee per month.
Yes.
So, but what we're doing is we're going up to the price of about a cup of coffee and a bagel, okay? And I think it's actually if you go to Starbucks and get the coffee that my husband likes and his bagel toasted, it's actually a little bit more. But we're saying, okay, so now for the cost of a cup of coffee and a bagel per month, which is we're putting it at $6.95. We're going up to that at midnight. I still think it's a good deal, and let me tell you why. Just in the past 2 weeks, I've released 2 new patterns. Now, I can't guarantee that I'm going to release, so many patterns a month because, with designing, some designs take more time. Some designs are real easy to whip up. And you all know that. You just finished up Christmas, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you don't obviously make everybody a sweater for Christmas or an Afghan. You might make 1 or 2 people an Afghan, and then a lot of people get headbands or something or a dishcloth, right? So, but anyway, just this month alone, I've released the equivalent of $8.95. Wait a minute. 98. Okay, $8.98 worth of patterns to my subscribers. So in that sense, it's really if you're a person who likes to purchase my patterns, this might actually be your better deal because whenever I release, and I have to be very clear about this, whenever I release a new pattern that I own the copyright totally for. So in other words, so when I own the copyright, it's my pattern and I publish it and it goes up for sale in my Lovecraft store. And thank you guys for supporting me there. It's been a very good year. So thank you. You don't have to buy it from the Lovecraft store. It is automatic on this site for you. In other words, and this is only the new patterns from this point onward. Okay, so like if you join today, gosh, I'm trying to not sound so sales pitchy, but I'm really excited about this. It's something that we've worked really hard to do, and as we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Gee, it's been 2 weeks since we've done this. 2 weeks ago we talked about this. This is also a way to kind of protect some of my work from the public thievery, from being copied right away. I mean, I know things are going to eventually probably get copied here and there. Most of my work has been compromised, of course, illegally or pirated at some point in time, but it's a way to protect what I have just a little bit longer. So anyway, and I think it's a really nice site. It's a really beautiful page. So you can go look at the page. It's at watch.bonniebaycrochet.com. If you could type that in the thing for me. It's also in the video description below. So it's watch.bonniebaycrochet.com. Again, ad-free, spam-free, commercial-free.
Jan pointed out it's the cost of 1 skein of yarn.
It's a cheap skein of yarn. Yeah, so that's a good point. It's the cost of about 1 scan of Red Heart Super Saver, probably without your coupon from Michaels. Of course, it's a lot cheaper than your cashmere and your merino wool. Yeah. It's a lot cheaper than KnitCrate too.
For 1 skein of cashmere, you can get a year.
Yeah. So again, forgive me for being so sales pitchy. I'm really, that's just not my nature, but I'm really excited about this, and I'm really thankful for your support. Thank you guys. I don't know. There are just not enough words in the English language or any language, I guess, to express, my gratitude to you guys for helping our channel to grow this year. and helping me to be able to do more of what I do. So, I mean, without viewers like you guys, it's just not a thing. Well, anything else? Oh yeah, and some designs are coming to the channel that will not be on the public channel. And let's show them one. Okay. I would put this on, except that I changed into the southern climate zone. It is hot down. I mean, it's comfortable down here. It's like in the 60s outside right now and rainy. But this is, let me show you.
Do you want me to put it on?
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
You don't have as much. You're gonna make it look better anyway. This is called Bonnie's Woodland Cabled Wrap, and this is a lot of fun. You can wear it. I actually wore it all day yesterday before when we were actually 2 days ago. But this is really fun, and the yarn is fancy schmancy yarn, but it's from KnitPicks. Lost my glasses here. It's from KnitPicks, which means it's actually a discounted fancy schmancy yarn. I think it was like $8.99 a scan. You do need. I'm afraid to say how many. It's.
I could probably find it.
Could you look it up on Lovecrafts? Actually, I don't know the exact number of scans, but that information will be on the Lovecrafts store. Information when you go there, it'll tell you about how many scans. I think it's between 8 and 10.
Let me see. 10.
Okay, it does take 10 scans. So that's an investment. This is a blend of wool and baby alpaca and some tweed. Mostly wool though, so it will retain its shape. It's like 15% or something like that, baby alpaca. But it's really nice yarn. However, if you look at the Lovecraft store, I also listed a couple of more economical choices you could also get. You could use your worsted weight paint box yarn if you want to do Red Heart Super Saver. That works too. I would stay away from the Caron Simply Soft because it tends to be thinner yarn. And the yarn is this yarn. I do mention this in the video as well as in the pattern. Again, the video is, you can get the video with the pattern purchase. You do have the links, which are unlisted. They're not public. But if you're a subscriber to watch.bonniebaecrochet.com, the videos are there just ready to go, and the pattern is included. So just wanted to throw that out there. We want to make this site of value. We understand that it's a sacrifice, that things are tight right now. So we really want this to be, something where you do get added value. So even if you signed up after midnight tonight for $6.95, the value of the patterns that are available to you for free is still more than what you're going to be paying per month. So if that makes any sense. So anyway, let me go ahead and say hi to more of you. There are a lot of, I'm getting behind now. Got to stay consistent, right? Oh, thank you, Brenda. I was going to say, if you guys have signed up, let us know in the group chat what you think of the platform. Let me know on Facebook. I'm just trying to get the word out. I have not gone into any paid advertisement anywhere. I really wanted to start out with word of mouth, especially with the low introductory price, and just see what kind of a reception it gets. And many of you have signed up, and thank you. And if you have, and it's still a work in progress. And what I mean by that, we have a ton of our best material already there. But what I'm doing now is there were like many videos on the YouTube channel that we are getting moved over to the new site. Some of the videos that I felt like are not really that great anymore, and things that I thought, that was just not a good design, are not going to make it to the site. But the best of the best is going to be there. In a couple days, I'm going to be uploading some older versions. The Aran Sampler Mystery Throw. If you guys remember that, the Aran Sampler Mystery Throw, where you make 5 different cabled squares and then you put them all together into a throw, and you can make it as big or as small as you want. That'll be coming to the new site. Now that's already up and running here on YouTube. I haven't taken anything down. I'm not taking anything down. People have asked, oh, you're going to leave YouTube. No. I would never do that. And the live programs are going to have to be on, on the YouTube here. They're not going anywhere. We're not changing any of that. We're just we're just growing. We're just adding this other thing. We're not closing shop at all. Can't do that. I love it here too. But this is, again, and let me say one other thing. If you have, I know there have been a lot of laws about children watching YouTube and these different laws that were passed about a year ago. Um, I guess it's okay to say this, but the channel, the new format is not made for children. Neither is my channel here, but quite honestly, it's child safe, if you know what I'm saying. I don't get into high-end drama of anything that's inappropriate, or at least I don't think that I ever have, not knowingly. And I steer clear of that. I've been a teacher, homeschool teacher for decades, retired now, and I've taught in the public schools for several years. So that's just the way I roll, and just keep it clean, keep it encouraging, keep it positive as much as I can. And this other site, if you've ever worried about those commercials that may pop up on the YouTube channels, or if you want your child to perhaps learn crochet, there aren't going to be any on this other site. So, that might be worth something to somebody out there. And I'm also going to be putting full classes out. There are none available yet that take you step by step in a very consecutive schoolroom type way. But I am going to be developing them as well, and they will be on the site in the future. But they're not there now, and I think the first one I'm going to start once I get time after the holidays is going to be developing a class for absolute beginners, where an absolute beginner can start from the very beginning and take it slowly and know exactly what to do next. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. Kimberly wants to know, can you make this using Red Heart Super Saver?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. The Love Hearts paint box yarn is recommended as well. If you go to the Lovecraft store and look this design up, it'll have the recommended yarns, and there are like 3 or 4, I think, that I put up there. You don't need all 4. You just need to pick one of those and go with the yardage or the number of scans. And check out Lovecraft's, a lot of times, and Knit Picks, where I got this yarn. They have coupons, they have deals sometimes, so you may want to just subscribe to their mailing list, kind of get on their spam list, yeah. And when they have specials, they let you know. And I got some yarn one year. I think it was their pure alpaca. Remember that one Christmas? It's been many years ago, but I developed the blue alpaca sapphire poncho. I'm getting the words mixed up, but it's in the book, this book back here, Cable Crochet Made Easy. I bought that yarn straight up with Christmas money one year because they had like a deep discount price right after Christmas. And so it went boom, it went right for that alpaca yarn. And after working with yarn like that, I promise you're not going to want to go back to Super Saver. But Super Saver is still wonderful stuff. I used it for a new design right back here. We're going to show you in just a minute. If you get too hot, you can take that off.
Miss Kathleen wants to know, so is Aran weight an Aran weight is better than a regular 4-weight?
I'm sorry. Okay, let me go. I get asked a lot. Well, I'm in the UK. What's worsted weight? It's just a synonym. Worsted weight is the same as Aran weight. Mm-hmm. Now, let me get a little bit into the minutia about yarn. Some people from Australia or England will ask, or parts of Europe will say, is that 4-ply yarn? And I hesitate to answer, so I like to use the words Aran or worsted. And what plies it means, you all probably know this, but it's like if you have 3 strands that are twisted together to form the size of the yarn. Well, Red Heart Super Saver is a 4-ply. But if you're in the UK, a 4-ply refers more to something like a DK weight yarn. And I could be getting this wrong, but it really depends on how the yarn is manufactured. So if you go by the number of plies, that gets a little tricky, because is it US plies? Is it European plies? I mean, there are a lot of variations, but if you use the word Aran, A-R-A-N, in reference to the Aran Isles, or worsted. Those are synonyms, the words that mean the same. And that is a number 4. Okay. So if you use a number 4, make sure it's a good number 4. It's a beefy number 4. It's not a Caron Simply Soft number 4, because that's a skinny number 4. So if you can use that, but it's not going to be as, it may affect the gauge just a little bit. But on the other hand, with this particular design, the gauge is not that critical. So anyway.
See here. Stuntel's Design wants to know, can we also post pictures of the things that we make on your new platform? Is that, can we post pictures in the threads?
That's a great question.
We'll find out.
I don't know that question. That's an excellent question.
Although it is a really cool feature. I don't know if you talked about it.
Dad. Can you
ask him?
Text Dad and ask him. We actually gave my husband a subscription, so that he can interact with it as a customer, so that he can answer this. So ask him that question, and then we will get back to you, because that's an excellent question. I know you can't do that here on YouTube. But you can post it to my Bonnie Bay Crochet Facebook page, and I know a lot of you don't do Facebook. I get that. I'm on Facebook because of you guys, to be honest with you. I'm on Facebook just to reach out to crocheters primarily and pretty much exclusively. I've got like 5 people that I interact with on my personal page. It's really pathetic. But on my crochet pages, that's definitely where I'm more active. So you can, what you can do is you can always send it to me. I'm on Instagram, which is pretty much like Facebook now, but you can post it on my Instagram page. All that information is in the video description below. So, did you text Dad?
Dad does not know yet. We will find out.
Excellent question.
We will find out.
We will find out for you. It may be, maybe next week we can have a more definitive answer.
Yeah, although it is really cool though, because you have those threads that are a really great place for people to have a community and talk about projects and ask questions.
Right, it's called the forum.
Yep, and it's exclusive. Only subscribers can access the forum.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice private, safe environment.
It is. And Emmeline had an excellent question when she joined. She wanted to know, can I use a different name or a pseudonym? Because I really don't want to use my real name in a public way, even though it's a subscriber based format. And I said, I didn't know. So we went online and played around with it, and you are able to change once if you join, you can change your name to whatever you want it to be. Okay, I'm assuming we're all playing nice with the names too. So I mean, yeah, you can change it to whatever nice name you want it to be, and that way you can not be out there in the public and still share what you have. We have Lenora. Is that, am I saying it right? From snowy Alberta, Canada. Is it Leora? Leora, you need to come down here. It's like in the 60s and it feels so good, but I can't wear my sweaters. And Deborah wants to know, at what age did you start to crochet? Deborah, I was 7 years old, and I had wanted to crochet for a year before that because I just watched my neighbor, and she finally got tired of me sitting there just staring at her, and she taught me how to do it since I was 7. Let's see, I'm going backwards here to see what we got. I'm already way behind here. We have Linda Scroggins says hello. Hey Linda. Oh, Wanda's in the chat. Hey Wanda, praying for you, sweetheart. I hope you're hanging in there. I know Jesus is carrying you right now, but you're in our thoughts and in our hearts, my friend. And I can't wait to see you again. I don't know if CGOA is going to happen this year. It's still on the calendar, but fingers crossed. I don't know how those. We're not going to talk about COVID, but not know how the distribution is going with that. That'll determine whether we do that or not this year. But I am so looking forward to seeing you and many other wonderful ladies. We have Patty from West Virginia. Did I read that already? Oh, no, I didn't. And we have Leanne from the Isle of Wight in the UK. Lorraine from Ireland. Wow. Kelly from Vail, Arizona. All right, I think I'm gonna start catching up here. I just don't want to forget you guys. This is such a fun way to spend my new year. I really missed you on Christmas Day. I just want you to know that. I I, I just had to resist doing work while I was at home in Maryland. You can tell we're in South Carolina again. Going to be here for I'm not sure how long, but I'm enjoying the weather. Even if it's rainy, it's not freezing cold outside. We have Margaret from Marion, South Carolina. Wow. I have to tell you, Margaret, that struck a memory. When I was living in Columbia many years ago, I lived on Marion Street, right downtown there, down the street from the mental institution. How appropriate. Oh, that was so much fun. Four of us women, we were all roommates, Christian gals living in an old house, an old South Carolina brick house, one bathroom. That was it. And we got to be great friends. And it used to be our joke. We used to talk about this and laugh and said, if we can survive four adult post college graduated women in an old house, one bathroom, it's like marriage is going to be a cinch. It's going to be a piece of cake compared to this. And I still look back on that year as one of the happy. I know it sounds weird, and I know most women would probably kill each other having to share anything like that. But we were just great friends. We shared the bond of the Lord as well. I think that's what saved us all. But anyway, that name Marion just reminded me of the Marion. We used to call ourselves the Marion sisters. We were all single at that point. It was like, we're the Marion sisters. Look into that, read into it however you want. And by the grace of God, we all ended up happily married and still are, which is incredible. That's more than 32 years ago. Some couple of my roommates have more years than we do. So anyway, testimony to the one I love and serve. We have, let's see, Patsy. Hey, Patsy from Illinois. She says, ice is hiding around this morning. Oh, okay. And she says, love the new site, Bonnie. Thank you, Patsy, for your support. I know you guys are taking a chance. Oh, and let me mention one more thing. Here we go, sales pitchy again. If you don't like it, if you spend, it was $4.95 or $6.95 whenever you decide to join, and you don't like the site, you just drop it for the next month. It's really easy to get out of. Of course, if you get the whole year, that's you're in for the year. But if you just sign up for $4.95 today and you look at the site and you're like, man, this isn't for me, then you just drop it. It's easy to get out of, I promise. And if you have any issues with that or with credit cards or things like that, just not call us, email us. We do respond. You can ask Emily. We try to respond as best we can. Of course, if you're in Europe and you're contacting us while we're sleeping, you have to wait till we wake up. Bummer. But other than that, we are trying to stay right on top of this because we want our customers to be the happiest customers in the crochet universe. Okay, we want you guys to be happy. And anyway, so get back into. Oh gosh. Okay, Jane. Yeah, we will definitely. Let me see. Let me read it off here. It says, Jane says, "Hi everyone. Please pray for me, Bonnie. My dad passed on Wednesday from COVID. He caught it in the hospital when he went in for something else." Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jane. I know what that feels like. It's been, how long has it been? It's been about 18 years since I lost my dad, and I still miss the daylights out of him. I am so sorry. Can you write that down on a note? Make a note here and pass that on to me afterwards. This is great having Becky here because she can do things that I just can't do while I'm trying to concentrate. Jade, so sorry. Yeah, you just can't escape that. We're still in that season. Golly. Okay. Thank you, Wanda. Wanda Gordon is taking care of our friend Wanda Wyatt. You guys are the best. Let's see, Katrina. She says, hi, glad I finally caught another live. Happy New Year to all. Thank you, Katrina. And Ann Butler, she said, I joined your new service yesterday. So excited to check it out. Thanks, Ann. And again, it's a work in progress. We're going to be adding chunks of content that are older content, but whenever the new stuff comes, it's going to be right there in front, and hopefully the pattern to go along with it. Now there is one exception coming, and let me use this as an example to explain. I am working on a design. It's in the raw process right now. This is the stole portion of something called the Doolin Delight. It's a sweater wrap that was in my very first book, Contemporary Celtic Crochet. And this was a lot of fun for me. It's going to have a backing, and it's going to have pineapple lace. Now, this particular pattern is in one of my books. Back in 2012, when I got my first book contract, I basically sold the rights to all these patterns in order to get published with the publisher. So right now, Penguin owns the rights to these. So obviously I can't give you this pattern. This pattern is only going to be available through the book. However, this is one of those items that I always like to work from a written pattern. That's just the way I roll. But many people can just do it without the pattern. So you're not really, I'm not trying to force you into buying the book if you haven't bought the book. I think the book is going to be very helpful if you wanted to do this pattern. And there are a lot of other really good patterns in there. And there's another pattern that I actually filmed the videos for. It's called the Hialeah Honey Baby Blanket. It has similar stitches. So, but this is one that you could probably do just by following along with the videos. The videos will also be on my regular YouTube channel when I release this one. But again, this is one that I can't give you the pattern because I don't own the pattern. So, and I know you all understand how contracts work and everything, and I just want to honor them across the board, whether it's my pattern or my friend's pattern or your books or whatever. So
Jan wants to know when you're coming out with a new book.
I saw that. I don't know. If I do come out with a new book, Jan, it's not going to be real exciting for you because it's probably going to be a compilation of designs I've already released. I have some ideas in mind. It's just that it takes a lot of work to put a book together. And I don't know. I want to do another one. But like I said, if I do, it's probably going to be designs that you're already familiar with. But I don't have like another, 20 patterns that I'm keeping secret for a book. I wish I had the time and the dexterity in my hands to do that. But
Mariana,
to be continued. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I will remember that.
She wants to know, are the written patterns going to be published on the site?
Okay. As new designs are added. So in other words, right now we have the pattern to the latest one that I released. I'll go ahead and put this one on. This is the hooded pocket shawl. Has the hood and the pockets. Okay, I made this on the longer side because I'm taller. So you have the. I'm not much of a hood person though. Remember we had a little debate on that, a friendly debate on to hood or not to hood. Mostly with hoods, like I have the long hair and it usually kind of gets kind of floppy. But actually this hood's not that bad because it's not real thick. So this pattern is available for free on my site. This pattern is also free. But that's it for now. I mean, now there are some videos. I probably need to go in and add the patterns for like the free beginner. There are some patterns that are free beginner. They're sprinkled here and there, but the bulk of them are not going to be free. Like I can't go back 10 years and say, okay, all the work that I've done for the past 10 years, all those patterns are free too. I just can't do that. I know some bloggers give away a lot of stuff, for free. But just keep in mind that they're getting a lot of AdSense advertisement because it's also very spammy. And some of those people, and they're wonderful people, and some are my friends, and some are being paid by the yarn companies to promote the stuff to get you to buy the yarn, which is why the patterns are free. Okay, so um, the yarn companies aren't paying me to say anything good about their yarn. Whatever you hear me talk about the yarn, this is my opinion. This is my personal opinion. I've not been coaxed to tell you about this yarn. It's because I look at it and I'm like, I'm gonna try that, and I try it and I'm like, yeah, this is good stuff, and I'll tell you about it. They're not saying, okay, we're gonna pay you, whatever, a person gets paid full-time wages to say, oh, this is great stuff. You got to buy. Um, that's not what I'm doing here. So because of that, you might have to pay a half a cup of coffee for one of my patterns. Okay, this one is up in my Lovecraft store for $2.99 for this pattern. So which is, I think, is reasonable for the amount of time I've put into it. But again, if you're on the site, it is for free. And as I develop new patterns, like I said, the new stuff that's coming, and I have an Afghan coming, the winter. If you go to my site, you may see a picture of it. Well, I posted a picture on my Facebook page. If you look at my Facebook page, you'll see a picture of Bonnie's Winter Cabled Throw that's coming sometime this winter. And I also have an Aran cabled sweater coming. I mean, I've got hats and scarves coming. So I hope that answers your question. So it's only the things that are being newly designed and added from this point forward. So anyway, am I getting really, really far behind? Thank you, Archernay. She says it's a great deal. One stop, Bonnie. That's cute. Oh, sorry, Kelly. Sounds like she's not feeling well. Can you put Kelly on the prayer list? We'll pray for you, Kelly. That's never a good feeling. Microscopic colitis. Yes, Wanda, I think you are an annual subscriber. Thank you. I remember when your name came in, it's like, I want to know this person. And actually, a lot of the names when they come in, I'd look them up, and my husband's like, oh, you got somebody from this place or that place. And I'm like, I know that person. They're a faithful person from the Friday chat. It's so sweet. Let's see. I read that one. Oh, we have Kimberly from Richmond, Virginia. Kimberly, we drove right through your town yesterday. We didn't even take the 295 bypass. Traffic was so light, we just went boom right through town, rain and all. I remember I was crocheting, and then I looked out the window, and it's not the usual way we go. And I looked up and said, Craig, we're going through Richmond. He's like, yeah, we're going through Richmond. So that's where your hubby's from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Grew up, born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. And Jan says, I really need another book. Jan, point noted. I'm going to think on it. I just need to catch my breath from the holidays and see where we can go. I'm really trying to develop this site. That's going to be my priority for a while. I want to develop some really good classes on here as well. Tracy Fowler's talking with Jan. Apparently Jan works at Joanne Fabrics. Thank you for serving everybody. I think
Esther's in here. She's
Esther's
about
back
to leave. But hi, Esther.
Oh, thank you, Emmeline. Emmeline gives us the vote of confidence. She says it's worth every penny. Quality of the videos is great. Yeah, the video box is a little bit bigger, and I think the playback of the videos is a little higher quality on this site, but you're going to be able to see it on either site.
Kathleen wants to know, will you still be doing some patterns on this channel?
Yes. I'm not going anywhere off of YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube has been very good to me, and I am going to be here. I am going to be here as long as they will let me. I will be here, and I'm going to try to come up with things. Don't know. I need to look and see what I can get done following. I don't know that I'll be coming out with a new pattern on Monday. I don't know that I'll be able to do that. Got family in town. But we'll have something. I mean, my goal is to release something every Monday, whether it's an instructional or, a yarn talk or something, that will help you. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that this Monday, but from this point forward, I don't know. I shouldn't say that because I do have patterns lined up that have been waiting in the wings. I can probably pull a rabbit out of the hat that I've been holding back. So we'll see.
Miss Usha wants to know if she wants to crochet a men's cardigan. Do you have any new designs?
Cardigan.
Men's cardigan.
Okay, no, not yet. But the design I'm going to release, the Aran cabled sweater that is coming. That's not the exact name yet. I haven't even named it. I have to write the pattern and edit the videos, but it is close. It is close. It's just one of those things that you have to size, and it's, it's kind of like I just got to sit and do hours of algebra, which is like high-end algebra for me when it comes to sizing these things, and I want to make sure it's as precise as possible. I'm going to make sure that it's sized for women or for men because it's a sweater that I think would look good on either. And in fact, I took a picture of Hudson wearing this sweater, and he looked good in it, even though his arms were too long because it was sized for me. And the sweater came up to about here.
Hudson's very tall.
He's very tall. He's like 6'2", 6'3". And I'm going to brag on Hudson for just a minute. We are so proud of this kid. Over the highlight of my time in Maryland was watching him do his solo flight at the airport. We went to our little air park in Montgomery Air Park, and he'd been working up to this for quite a while. I posted a picture on my Facebook page. I was just a big proud mama that day, even though my toes were totally frozen cold. We were standing outside in 36-degree weather. It was very cold. Although I must say it was a little, I wasn't nervous even once. I promise you, I was not worried because the most dangerous part of this whole thing was us getting in the car and driving to the air park and then driving back home. That was the most dangerous part of this, I promise you. But yeah, it brought back memories watching them scrape the ice off of the plane before they could go up. They had to scrape the ice off the wings and everything and off the plane because it had snowed a couple days before that. It was very cold, but he just did a beautiful job. Of course, in 36-degree weather, you have a lot of lift. So you can just basically start down a runway and you're up in the air because of the density of the air. But that was just a highlight for me to see him do his first solo flight. He's still a ways from his pilot's license. He's got to finish some tests, and he's got to do a cross-country solo and I guess get many more hours in before he's officially released to fly whenever. But really proud of my son and looking forward to just getting in the plane with him and flying. That was always a dream of mine, to learn how to fly. So I'm glad that my kids are being able to, one of them at least is going to be able to do that. So, and he's worked very hard to pay for it himself and everything. So it's, he's just learned a lot of responsibility outside of the actual flying to go along with that. I mean, it's just been really fun for us. And it was a great distraction because during the holidays, it was actually the same day that my mom had passed away 2 years earlier. And I'd almost totally forgot. It just was such a great distraction. And then the next day, which was another sad day, we just went for a ride in the countryside, and it was covered in snow through, we kind of drove across the line into Pennsylvania a little bit and then back, and it was just beautiful. So it's good to have a wonderful husband like Craig, and distracted me quite a bit. Yes. Crochet along.
Are you doing a crochet along anytime soon?
Dave and Karen wants to know if I'm doing a crochet along. That's hard to say. I mean, if I do, it's probably going to be with the Doolin Delight if it's on the public channel. Sorry there. I'm going to be having the Afghan come to the watch.bonniebaycrochet.com platform. It's going to be exclusive to that. Again, trying to protect some of my style of crochet. I'm just trying to keep it from becoming in the public square with everybody else. I want to keep it kind of special for a little while. But you could still get that videos through the purchase of the pattern. So you don't have to join up to the channel to get that. You can still just buy the pattern, and you'll have um, unlisted links. And by the way, I just do ask, don't share those with people, okay? So if you do buy the pattern, don't put the links in a group chat or something, because that would be a violation of the copyright. And but you guys know that. I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are good. But I know there are some people that would do that. So just in case you're out there, please don't do that. Um, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Um, thank you, Lynn, for your support there.
Do you have baby blankets on your new site?
I sure do.
Yeah,
I have
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Most of what I have on this channel that you're watching right now is going to be there eventually. I do have a number of baby blankets. And the other thing I mentioned a couple, I think the last time we were on, but the book Cable Crochet Made Easy, those videos have been exclusive only to the book up until now. All of those videos are on the new site, and those have never been published on the public channel. Okay, so those are, again, unlisted links. That's what has been in the book, but those have never been published here. So if you're looking, I have a striped and cable baby blanket. Hialeah honey baby blanket, but again, these are on this channel as well. A lot of easy beginner baby blankets, and more are going to be coming. I'm actually going to be adding a batch from the other book that I have, but they also have been on the public channel. So anyway, good questions. Oh, thank you, Jan, for your kind comments. You are such a sweetheart. And Amy says, it's a great website. I love it. Ad-free videos of Bonnie you can save to your list and the forums where we can have community. I love it. And it is a very small community right now. I mean, and that's okay. That's okay. Because I know the main draw is not going to be the community, I guess, as much as the ad-free nature and exclusive designs. But thank you for your vote of confidence there, Amy. And when, just like on YouTube, I don't know how your devices work. I think it's this way with most of YouTube videos as well. But if you stop, you get to a stopping point in your video, and then you close shop for the night, and then you go back, and you can watch this on any of your devices, but it remembers where you were. When you sign back in and you continue on with your pattern, it does remember, just like YouTube videos will do that as well, I believe. At least mine do. I don't know if it's my computer that I'm using or if it's YouTube, but anyway, it will also remember where you left off, so you don't have to hunt and peck to find out where you were. So that's kind of nice. Oh, we have Ginger from Michigan in our chat. Hey, Ginger. Dawn. And she's like, okay, need to do it today. For how much is the year? How much is the year again? 49?
Until tonight. It's $49.50. Yeah. Until tonight at midnight. Today is New Year's Day.
Yeah.
If you're watching this later. Today is New Year's Day, so at the end of the day, the 1st of January.
It goes up to $6.95. I don't know what the yearly is.
The yearly for after, I'm not sure.
The yearly for after, I'm not sure. I have to look at it, but it'll be it's like a little less than $6.95 a month.
Probably be like, don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to throw a number out and have it be wrong.
Until tonight, it's $49.50
for the year.
For the year.
But again, if you just want to try a month and then you find out, it's not for me, you just drop it. But if you find out, yes, it's for me, just sign up. Okay, this is really weird for me, because let me tell you, I was the kid who had a hard time taking money. This is when they were like 25 cents a box, for Girl Scout cookies. Just not real comfortable being real sales pitchy. I'm really not trying to be like that, guys, but I am just so excited about this site. And, oh, Margaret, it's so sweet of you. Dawn says 50-ish. Yeah, I am not sure. Yeah, 50-ish is what it is now. But it's going to be a little bit more than that for the year once, after midnight tonight. And we have Yvonne in the chat, our Florida friend, says, new subscribers to your channel receive notifications every time you upload a video. Thank you, Yvonne. I wondered about that. because thank you for letting me know that. Are you okay? Good. That's good to know, because most of us here in our family are administrators, so it kind of interacts with us a little bit different. We just got $5 from somebody. From Tiara. Yes. Hello from Maryland. Hey, neighbor. Thank you. We will add that to our collection. In case some of you don't know, I haven't promoted this a lot. We have a super chat going. We're starting the year fresh, so that's $5 into our super chat. As you know, whenever you donate through that, there's never pressure to do this, but all the money goes towards a charity. We've been using Shriners Hospital for Children. Another possible, I'll have to think about this for this starting the year off. We've done Shriners a lot. We're going to continue to do Shriners, but once in a while I may do another organization. It's called Rancho 3M. It's a Christian school in one of the poorest areas of Mexico. Becky and I volunteered sometime there back in 2006. That's a long time. It's 2006. That was like 14 years ago.
Yes, it was. No, it's 2021 now. 15 years ago.
15 years. Well,
almost
14 and a half, because
14
it
and
was
a
in
half.
the heat of July.
Yep.
It was like 3 digits. I mean, like 108 degrees in the shade. But well, thank you. We're going to put that in the till to add up. So once we reach $100, then I will give you a silly song of some sort that's usually a parody song, crochet yarn related. I have a couple in the works. I'm not going to push real hard on that today because I don't even have a guitar with me. I have them upstairs. I haven't even looked at that, but so that's what that's about.
Let's see here. There was a question. Lynn Morris.
Crochet pillow covers.
Used to have them. Were those in a book?
Oh, we mean like the
pillows? Covers.
Mm-hmm. Like crochet.
Well, they were pillows. They weren't just covers.
The Aran Afghan, the Aran Afghan matching pillows. That pattern is in my Lovecraft store. So if you go there, it was in my old store, and it took me a while to update it. I wanted to revise it, make it a little bit better. And I had a hard time finding it in my computer because, you know, as time goes by, computers live and die. And we had to go into the deep archives and dig it up to get it. And so that is back in my Lovecraft store.
Finding the link right now.
Yeah.
Finding the link.
Yeah. Becky's going to put the link in it for you so you can take a look at that. But yeah, and these are to match the Aran Afghans to Crochet leaflet from Leisure Arts, which is still available as a PDF. But there is somebody out there that I dropped the ball on who asked me for a written copy of this. And if you're listening, I am so sorry. Life just got in the way, and it kind of got dropped. I'm sorry. So if you remember who you are, if that's you, I apologize profusely, and please contact me again. I have like the last 10 copies, I think, in the world of that leaflet. If anybody's interested, contact me, and we can do something through PayPal. But they are available. I'm talking about a lot of things here. The Aran Afghans to Crochet is available at leisurearts.com. And if you're looking for any of the Leisure Arts booklets that I've ever done, and you don't mind a PDF, you don't even need a coupon code, and I'm not even going to give you an affiliate link code. If you're interested in any of the stuff that I've done, if you go to leisurearts.com and put in Bonnie Barker, all of the PDFs are 50% off today, through the end of today. So I'll just pass that along. It's not even on my list to mention, but I didn't want to sound like a continual commercial today, you know. But I have seen that in my mail quite a few times. So let's see. Am I missing anything else? Okay, a bunch of things just came in. Hold, give me a second, guys. You're so patient with me. I have Cynthia Crow asking, as an amateur knitter, but with nerve damage, find crochet easier. You are one of the best teachers out there. You don't try to go fast and talk faster. I really appreciate you. Love your expression of faith. Thank you, Cindy. That is so sweet. That makes my day. That really is so nice of you to say that. Um, I hope those fingers, I hope the crocheting keeps those fingers active, you know. Wow. Okay, so we answered Lynn's question. And hey, Lashira is in the group chat. Hey, Lashira, thank you for your sweet comment there. And Judy says, as a beginner, your new site will be best for me. Cables are too much detailed for me to understand. Yeah, if you're a brand new beginner, Judy, just stick to the basics. Stick to just even crocheting, you know, easy repeat patterns. The baby blanket patterns, the easy beginner ones are, I think, really good for developing and understanding how these different fabric patterns are worked with the basic stitches. Some of them can get a little tricky, but you know, we've talked about this before. It's through our mistakes that we learn the most, in so many ways. So, you know, it's okay to make mistakes. You don't have to have everything perfect. I don't know that I have had anything perfect yet. So yeah, stick with the easy repeat stuff. Hey, Hannah. Thank you. I'm sorry, Hannah. I forgot to mention you. My sweetheart, Hannah, is our moderator. And she gave me, look at, you show her the t-shirt. I gotta show. Hannah gave me this beautiful t-shirt for Christmas. Isn't it lovely? And I am flattered that Hannah thought this was gonna fit me. But so I am going to order another one as a gift from Hannah. So I might get to wear one of these. And Hannah got these at the Tea Turtle. It's not affiliate account or anything like that. It's just at teaturtle.com or something like that. I think is where she found this shirt. And I love it. I can't wait to wear mine when I get one that is a little bigger. So, and if you do order from them, this is a large. I'm usually a size medium.
I'm usually a small.
So she's usually a small.
It's just a tiny bit big on me.
That looks fine. Bit. But if you wash it, it's not going to be a tiny bit big.
Yep.
So this is a large on my skinny mini kid here. So if you do order from them and you're like me, like a medium, you know, I probably need like a 2XL to order from their site. So definitely, you know. Thank you, Hannah. She put the site in there for you if you're interested in that. Okay, Maureen says $49.50 for what? Maureen, we were talking about, that's a year subscription to this new site. We're talking about if you just want to look in the video description, it says watch.bonniebaycrochet.com, and that it'll show you everything that you need to know about that. We have Serafina. Wow, what a beautiful name. Watching from Northern Virginia. We probably passed through your neighborhood too yesterday, because normally Serafina, we're up in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and we just headed down to a different climate zone in South Carolina. Oh, thank you, Judy. She says, don't forget to like this session. Yeah, I didn't say one word about subscribing. So if you want to subscribe to the channel here, that would be fantastic. If you hit the little bell, you will get notifications of whenever I upload or get ready to go live. And if you hit the thumbs up, this tell me that you like it, then that helps a lot. It helps the robots behind the scenes know that somebody is watching this and likes it, and it may help it to go a little bit further. Thank you, Archer Nace. She says to Becky, she says, I just want to say and explain to people that this is a person's living, and do not give copies of Bonnie's patterns. The cost is reasonable. Give them the link. Thank you, Archer Nace. Yeah, I think most of the people here know that, but yeah, it's sad that we have to say that, but yeah, I don't work outside. This is my only, you know, income personally, but of course I live with my husband, but anyway, but it is a good supplemental income so that, you know, he can maybe retire at some point, and this will kind of help ease the burden of retirement. So if you want to help, yeah, just yeah, definitely don't give the patterns away unless it's a free pattern. In that case, give away to your heart's delight. Um, and let's see. Thank you, Jane, for your kind comments. She says, thank you for all your hard work. Thank you, thank you. My pleasure. It really is fun to get out of bed in the morning when you're a crochet designer. I was reading through something you read last night in the book that I gave the kids this year for Christmas.
Oh,
a book that I had made at my local Costco store, and it was a compilation of Christmas pictures that we would send out for our Christmas card each year. And the second year of our marriage, I started what I call Barker Business, which is a newsletter, just kind of saying what has happened in the year, just kind of the highlights of the year for the family. And even though it was just my husband and myself, I did one letter, and we just kind of whimsically came up with a quick name that was what do you call it when the same letters?
Alliteration.
Alliteration, yeah. So anyway, was able to scan all the old letters over a 32-year period with the picture to correspond for that year. Yep. And Costco did this for us. It was like 82, 88 pages or something like that. But they did a beautiful job, and the turnaround time was like 4 days for this, which I thought was absolutely incredible. But I gave them to the kids last night, and we just had fun reading through some of the things. And it was in 2009 that I signed my very first crochet contract. And one thing I said in there is true today. It says, what is it? Is it
something along the lines of it shouldn't be legal to get paid to do this.
It shouldn't, yeah. But don't listen to that.
No.
It's legal to get paid for this.
Legal.
But it is a lot more fun to get out of bed because you're a crochet designer than it is if some of the other jobs I've had to do over the years, believe me, because there are some days where I just didn't want to go to work. But I almost can't wait to get out of bed. And in fact, sometimes I have to make myself do my reading in the morning because I just want to jump into the work. It's like, no, I need to relax. I need to set my heart for the day, and I need to pray and read. But it's like, but I don't want to play with that yarn over there. But anyway.
Speaking of playing with yarn, what is that?
Oh yes, it's already 1 o'clock. Let me answer a couple questions here. Then we've got a KnitCrate. I gotta make sure we don't do the address here. You want to open it for me? Here, I have a pair of scissors. And before we open it, let's just talk about just a little bit. This is KnitCrate. Again, not pushing this hard at all. This is just something they asked me. It's been a couple years now. They asked me to please. She just wants to open the bag. To evaluate their yarn. So they're not paying me so much. I mean, they're not paying me at all, except for the affiliate links. If you use the affiliate link, I do get a teeny bit of benefit from that, which I am thankful for. But we're just going to look at it and tell you what we think. And that's all I've ever done. Oh, she likes it. So, and to talk about this is a mail subscription yarn thingy. And you usually get patterns, knit patterns and crochet patterns, and enough yarn to do, a small item. And the yarn is usually higher end. This is not acrylic. It's some kind of a natural fiber usually. And it is $24.99 a month. And it's one of those things you can sign up for it. You never know what you're getting. You can set your preference to either, warm colors or cool colors, or do you like greens and blues, or do you like yellows and red? I mean, just you can do that if you want, or you can just say surprise me, and I'm kind of on the surprise me list. And what else was I going to say? If you use the code Bonnie20, BONNIE 20, Becky's going to put the code in there. The link is in the video description below. It's in the video description too for KnitCrate. So if you put Bonnie20, you get 20% off your first one only. And it's one of those things, if you don't like it, you can just say, bye, I'm leaving this. And that's, you're free to do that. So anyway, yeah. So let's see what they sent. This is December.
It's sparkly.
Is it really?
There's 2 of them. That's
Okay.
purple.
Yeah, I feel it's wool.
Ooh, it's wool cashmere.
But how much cashmere?
80% wool, 10% cashmere, 10% stellina, which I think is
That's
the
the
sparkle.
sparkly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is, it feels like a worsted weight. Is it worsted or DK? Maybe this is DK.
I don't know. It might be somewhere in between.
Okay, we'll look in the booklet and
you
tell.
see the sparkle.
It's really hard. It's just hard
Oh,
for that.
you can see some of it.
Can you see some of it?
Can you see the sparkle on that?
Okay. So it's $24.99. You get 2 of these. It's Aldine wool.
250 yards a piece.
So that's 500 yards or 200 grams. 80% merino wool, 10% cashmere, yeah, 10%. It's called, the colorway of this color is called Knit Yorker. Haha. Play on words.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
And ooh,
what is
they
that?
sent
Oh wow.
Yarn Squad. It's a backpack.
A backpack, yeah.
Yep.
Pull the strings.
Yep.
You want it?
There you go.
You want it?
I have so many backpacks.
Well, I've got a bag of these things. I have an idea.
And
let's see what else we have.
Squad goals. So there's just
Okay.
a little. That's right, because of COVID and whatnot, they do have the patterns. They often would send a booklet, but because of
Printing
COVID and printing and everything,
yeah.
they have it digitally online.
So can we even show what the pictures are?
I don't know if they have it. Here.
So they do have.
Here, I can look up the link and I can tell them what's on it.
Okay. She's gonna look it up and see if we can get some pictures of the designs here for you. But did you want this? I'm wondering if we should give it away to somebody. What do you think?
Let me see. I need a customer login.
Never mind. Okay. Well, you're just gonna have to trust us that there are patterns to go with this. I think it's a DK weight. I think it's if it's not a DK weight, it's a very light. This is DK weight, and sometimes it's hard to tell with these yarns. You almost need to call in my son Hudson with his micrometer and do some measuring because he's a machinist. Pick me. Okay. Okay, how should we do this?
Could have them send an email and draw a name.
That gets time consuming. Okay. Okay, I have a number in mind. It's a number between 1 and 20. And go. Between 1 and 20.
Guess.
Whoever, it needs to be somebody in the US. I'm sorry, it needs to be somebody, and someone already got it. I saw the number come in. I hope you're in the US. I don't want to mislead anybody because it would cost me an arm and a leg to ship this. I saw the number come in. Hold on. Or did I? Yes, Jan. The number was 12. Jan Slocum, you're our winner, friend. So Jan, okay, we got the number. So Jan was the first one to chime in with the 12. That was the number I had in my head. I saw it come in. So congratulations, Jan. If you can just send me an email to bonniebay@me.com, and I'll just need your address, and I'll get this in the mail to you probably tomorrow because today there is no mail service. So congratulations, and I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know if you're going to be able to get the patterns though, unless you're already a member.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
the yarn's very nice.
You'll figure it out. You'll have a nice bag and some yarn at least, and we'll see. Yeah, you may not be able to get the patterns since you're not a member, but anyway, you'll have some 500 yards of really nice yarn. So that was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do that more. So I'm gonna get a box or something to put this in. So since we ripped up the bag.
Well, they could never used it anyway.
Yeah, or I could probably get a U.S. postal. I think I might have an extra knit box around here somewhere. So Yeah, well, that was fun. Um, and Cynthia wants to know, do they no longer give print pattern with subscription? Um, they do give patterns with subscription. They're online for this one. Again, it's because of the whole situation with COVID-19. You know, a lot of places have had a lot of challenges. I know that this company has had a ton of them with because their suppliers are international. They're down in excuse me, down in South Florida. Actually, they're not too far from where I grew up in Miami, in the Miami area, Dade County, and um, so their suppliers have been hamstrung. You know, getting the yarn to them. So there are actually some delays for January, but they do come through. They have come through every single month. It just might be a few days late, or maybe even a couple weeks late, but it does come through. But again, it's not them. It's just the whole situation that we've all learned to
I'm sure they'll
cope
probably
with.
go back
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter yesterday put in an order, you know, an online order for pickup at Walmart, and you know, to get ready for my son and my husband coming to visit down here, and you know, we couldn't even get our normal cereal from Walmart, you know, because of a supply slowdown here. So I mean, it's just that's part of it. But yes, when things are back to normal, I'm sure they will go back to their booklets. So. Well, says Tracy says for $5 more per month, you can get the booklets and a box instead of a bag.
Okay. There we go.
While COVID was an issue, they are going eco-friendly and planting a tree for each of the cheaper subscriptions. Okay.
There we go.
Thank you, Tracy. I honestly, thank you for
We
telling me
didn't
that.
know that.
I honestly have not been a good, I haven't kept up with all the emails. I mean, I get a lot of mail, and to let you all know, I prioritize answering your questions first. And so if it's not something that I know I'm going to act on, if it's spam IM, it's, you know, I get that delete finger going, and I get down to the important stuff, which is interacting with you guys, whether it be on Facebook, YouTube, my news site, wherever, email. I mean, I spend like an hour a day, and I do enjoy this, but just to let you know, you guys are my priorities. So that's why I didn't know that about KnitCrate. I just haven't been reading all the bulletins on that. Just I'm a slow reader and just don't have time. Archer Nate says, oh, she's sweet to you. Says, I love you guys. So much fun making the fingerless gloves. Pair 2 going on 3. Oh, excellent. That was the one in Crochet World, but yeah, that's only the Crochet World magazine patch. That's an example where I sold that pattern to them a few years ago, and they repurposed it. So I do have the free videos to learn how to do that, but I cannot offer the pattern because I don't own the rights to it any longer. They did contracts differently back then. Tracy said she found out by fluke. She missed the email too. Yeah, there's just been so much junk mail coming in for the, you know, I won't even say, but I just delete. Just get this finger exercised every morning with that delete button, big time. And Carolyn says, can you give me the stitch count for the Erin Hart Afghan, because I would like to make it longer. Carolyn,
that's a complicated question.
That's a complicated question. I can, but you're gonna have to email me at bonniebay@me.com, and we can talk then, because I don't know a lot of those off the top of my head. I have to go back and look at the pattern every time someone asks me a pattern question. I've only got several hundred of them out there. So yeah, if you could just email me for that information, that would be great. Yeah, Joanne says, wow, Bonnie, I just heard you say you grew up in Dade County. My aunt transplanted to Dade County from Massachusetts and raised her family there. Later on, she made her home in Beverly Hills, Florida. Wow. Yeah, I grew up in Hialeah, Joanne, right down about 10 blocks away from the Hialeah Race Park. If you know where that is, yeah. Didn't know there was anything but Florida for so long, because it takes you so long to get out of the state. It's a 6-hour drive to go anywhere else but Florida, which I would absolutely love to be in all these winters. I take back all the fussing about not having snow, God. Just put me back in Florida. All right, is that it? Did I catch up?
Mm-hmm.
And Emmeline says she just finished the cabled mitts starting on the headband. Just love your work. I'm glad you like that one, Evelina. Such an easy repeat. I think, once you get it, the first 2 rows down, you've got it all. Um, Christine says, I'm new to crocheting. I can't tell you how helpful the left-handed videos are. Thank you, and a Happy New Year. I'm so glad those work for you, Christine. And as long as I can, everything I do, I'm going to always upload a left-handed version. I know it takes up a lot more space, and righties have to look through a lot more videos that way, but, you guys are too smart to not serve. I want to read something to you guys. I'm going to try not to cry when I read it, because it's one of my favorite stories in the Bible, in the good book. And since this is a new year, it's new beginnings, turning over a new page, so to speak. Although I have to tell you a funny thing I heard last night. It was on the Wheel of Fortune, and Pat Sajak he's so funny. And my mother-in-law that's just a routine here. You have to watch Wheel of Fortune followed by Jeopardy, and yes, we miss Alex. Now I'm going to make myself cry. I just read his biography, his autobiography, like 2 weeks before he passed. But anyway, so he was saying about Father Time. He said he saw, the Father Time figure. He said he saw Father Time 2020, and he said he kicked him down the stairs. Okay, that's kind of dark, but anyway, it made me laugh. I thought that was kind of funny. I'm not sure I would have kicked him down, but I probably would have maybe a little push. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully this will be a better year. But let me read you a story. I'm going to need the light for this. And this is one woman's story of her new beginning. And I hope this affects you. At first I thought, that's going to be a lot to read. I don't know if they want to hear all of that, but I read it and I felt like somebody up there was saying, no, you need to read this for somebody out there. So anyway, this really speaks to my heart. It really blessed me the first time I read it many years ago, and it still really affects me. I hope this will bless you. So, okay, this is a story. Jesus is inside meeting in the Pharisees' house, having dinner with them, like he would do. He would go into anybody's house who would want to hear him. And this is in Luke chapter 7, starting with verse 36, and I'm going to try to make it through to verse 50. Okay. One of the Pharisees asked him to eat with him, and he went into the Pharisee's house and took his place at the table. And behold, a woman of the city, who was a sinner, when she heard that he was reclining at table in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster flask of ointment, and standing behind him at his feet, weeping. Okay. She began to wet his feet with her tears, and wiped them with the hair of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with the ointment. Now when the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, if this man were a prophet, he would have known who and what sort of woman this is who is touching him, for she is a sinner. And Jesus, answering, said to him, Simon, I have something to say to you. I love it when Jesus does that. And he answered, say it, teacher. And this is the story Jesus tells him. A certain moneylender had 2 debtors. One owed 500 denarii and the other 50. When they could not pay, he canceled the debt of both. Now which of them will love him more? And Simon answered, the one, I suppose, for whom he canceled the larger debt. And he said to him, you have judged rightly. Then turning toward the woman, he said to Simon, do you see this woman? I entered your house. You gave me no water for my feet, but she has wet my feet with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You gave me no kiss, but from the time I came in, she has not ceased to kiss my feet. You did not anoint my head with oil, but she has anointed my feet with ointment. Therefore, I tell you, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, For she loved much, but he who is forgiven little loves little. And he said to her, your sins are forgiven. Those who were at table with him began to say among themselves, who is this who even forgives sins? And he said to the woman, your faith has saved you. Go in peace. Okay, hold on a second. Isn't that amazing? I'm not even going to try to add anything to that. That just gets me every time. That's been my experience, and I know, I guess anybody who's needed that, but anyhow, all right. And hopefully, on that note, Happy New Year. Have an amazing year. COVID or not, we're going to kick this in the butt, and it's going to get out the door. And this is going to be a good year, guys. So, and God willing, and I think he is. So have a wonderful week, and we hope to see you here next Friday. Yeah. All right. Well, God bless.